Is it Delver? Is it Delver? John Lee. We'll give chat 2 minutes for that. And predictions start now. So good luck, everybody. The phone that was supposed to keep track of life totals is a little bit overexposed, so we're going to keep track ourselves as best as we can. What's the best deck in Legacy? Is it Delver? No, it's actually I don't know. I couldn't think of anything funny. I ruined it. All right, and a fetch for Kaplan to start us off as well. Delver on the field for John. How is the meta looking at the LGS lately? You know what's fun? Like, so we're going to have a couple of Delver matches on today's stream. The last 2 weeks, for some reason, like a whole bunch of people are showing up playing Delver. After a couple of weeks before that where nobody was playing Delver. So it fluctuates a bit. We had a pretty, other than, I mean, I don't mean this in any negative way, but other than the few Delver players who are all playing the same, probably the same deck, almost the exact same 75, give or take 1 or 2 cards, we had a bunch of brews and, you know, tier 2, tier 3 decks at the shop this week. And we'll see some of them on stream today.
Fortunately, for Cedric, Kevin is stumbling a little bit on mana.
Adjust my volume.
18 draw.
Okay.
How many cards in hand? Okay. Draw.
Okay, I wasn't able to hear the Okay. That was weird. I was having like some audio. I hope it sounded okay for everybody watching at home. I was getting like a doubling of the audio for a moment there. 74% favored for Dave Kaplan, says chat. Welcome to Crit Hit. My LGS did Legacy last Friday, a win-a-box, and I won. Nice. What deck were you on? We all need to know, so we could all switch to it for next week. Okay. Let me make sure I'm getting life totals right here. Death and Taxes, nice.
Chalice for one, but you're down to 4. Alright. Pass to you.
I'll make a servo on instead of 2.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
On the one hand, the shields are basically down for Cedric to do something on his turn.
You got it.
Okay.
But Kevin is mounting the offense he needs to pressure Cedric's lane a little. Sure. That might has a couple spells here, so if we're getting to the point, not going to do a whole lot. Especially if Cedric does have a city trader. Yeah. That's right. Stuff we made a brainstorm and you pitched it for so well. Yeah. He does have yeah, that'll make it so even for the red, we'll be able to see.
Got 2 cards left? 2 cards left. Pass turn.
Kevin Anderson. Get on that for my damage, not such
Yeah, it'd be weird if you had it.
Okay, we see a Ragavan hit here and a Brainstorm was on top. Keeping track of life totals as best as I can. I'm having some sound issues on my end. It seems like the live feed that everyone's hearing at home is okay, though. I have to figure out why I'm hearing everything incorrectly. Everything sounds fine. Great. I just have my monitor headphones here that are not hearing the correct thing. And it's making it really hard for me to concentrate. Okay. It looks like Ragavan hit again. So it looks like Dave Kaplan's a little bit ahead, not just on life, but on board. Even though neither player has creatures, just has way more mana. John with a brainstorm. What's up, Force of Phil? I saw Force of Phil yesterday. No, 2 days ago. Island Delver Go says, "What should I play at Legacy tomorrow night?" I say a blue Delver deck. It's your brand now. Light gut shot as monkey repellent. Yeah. So I try to ask this every week just to get a vibe, but and you know, as everybody knows, I don't like spending the entire live stream talking about bans. But how's everybody feeling right now about bans? Does anybody have any takes? Does anybody have any thoughts? We saw a few, you know, kind of well-respected championship level players like LSV weigh in this week with their takes, and some of their takes contradicted kind of the mainstream thinking. What does everybody want at the moment? Does anybody have anything they want to share with everybody? Now's the time. Static Ripped is here. What's up, Static Ripped? Says, I would love if Wizard of the Coast could put out a state of the format post. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how important that is, really. I honestly don't know. State of the format post? The correct bans, according to HC Fox, are Counterbalance, Him, Echo, Uro, and Ragavan. Why is Him in there? Peculiar Pelican says, what were the high-level player hot takes? I missed them. So I'm probably going to mess up the recap, but LSV basically said that Ragavan makes both Legacy and Modern better. That was the short version of his thoughts on it, according to a tweet that I saw. Static Rip just wants to know what they are thinking. Okay. Yeah. There'd probably be more transparency, I guess, for like a format like Modern or Pioneer or something that, you know, when large events and like pro circuit events can return, they're having regular events, so they want to keep, you know, the people booking flights to go to events and stuff like in the know about what possible changes might be coming. Right now, it seems kind of a low priority. When was the last time he even played Legacy Modern? I think he was saying he's been playing a lot recently. I didn't dig that much into it. I just saw the tweet. And I saw like the snickers and the nasty responses back to him of people disagreeing. They're never banning cantrips. All right, Ragavan trading with a Dragon's Rage Channeler. And a Delver for John. What's up, Ben? He said getting hit once or twice isn't a big deal. Yeah. I mean, my thinking on something like that is like LSV is like way better of a Magic player than I can ever imagine being. And I just respect his opinion. I mean, like it's funny to me, like no-name accounts like at LSV, you are wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. It's just like, come on. He has a resume. And his opinion matters. It has weight. And not everybody has to agree. It's okay to disagree. We're all just sharing our ideas. Gothmog wants a restricted list. Gothmog wants everything to just burn. Burn it down. Start over. Heshseed says there is a healthy measure of arrogance among the vocal few Moto players that are grandstanding the Ragavan ban. There are legacy players that do not play online. There are legacy players that have not even played with any COVID-era cards yet. I agree. I think there are and this is a very small group of people, but there are some MTGO grinder people that are big voices, but a very, very tiny, tiny, tiny fraction of the the entire community. And they sway people, They're community leaders, some of them. We're getting all the ban talk out of our system now.
I did not come up with the concept.
No, obviously, but it's cool that you do. Thanks.
We need to replace this with something a little more gentle.
I don't know. The replica is still there.
Yeah, in the middle is like big hands,
Good.
There's so many like artifact decks running around that it would just
Yeah.
Maybe this is like a hot take thing. I don't know, but I don't really miss Deathrite Shaman. I don't really think about that card. I don't know. I don't really want it back that badly. I mean, maybe if they unbanned it, I would be fine with it. But I just, it's not something I think about very often. DRC is too good. I would not be shocked if DRC ended up being banned and not Ragavan. That wouldn't shock me at all. The card is clearly really good. New donation from Sam F. Thanks for the great channel. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam. We've seen Sam F. I think this is the same Sam F. Sam F is the yeah. Yeah. It's the same Sam F. It's one of the players that we're regularly seeing on the channel. I'm going to pause the match for a moment.
Go to my install during your upkeep.
Yes.
My wife likes them too, that's why I order like some we do, some
Triggers.
Okay, Hydroblast on the Bolt. Do I need players for tonight's stream? We don't. We don't. I have 7 rounds recorded, ready to go. Thank you, though. Can you Wasteland a Deathrite Shaman or Ragavan on the draw? No. Expressive iteration for John. I definitely have life totals wrong. I apologize. It's just really hard to keep up with. Especially, I'm having some sound issues. Something's not cooperating, and I can't hear the match. But we will figure it out at some point in the future. Murktide. Murktide seems to be, along with Ragavan, banned or not, one of the more disliked cards from this year. I was talking to some players at the LGS at this event that we're watching right now about Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise and Murktide. And then we were also talking about it in the Discord, I think. Like, how does Murktide compare with Dig Through Time? And I think it was Volrath pointed out that Dig Through Time will be included in combo decks, which makes it a little bit different. But yeah, what does anybody have any thoughts on that? All right, a Delver for Kaplan. Score is now 1-1. We're going to game 3. Bobble, you unable to see the card. Force of Phil says Dig Through Time and Crew is way more powerful. But in a scenario where deck building decisions, you have Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, and Murktide available. The deck building decisions that you have to make with all three of those cards available, would Murktide still even get played? Or would they all be played in the same deck? Like, how would that play out? Hypothetically. Yeah, does anybody miss Gurmag Angler? Because I kind of miss that card. I also miss Tasigur. I think about Tasigur a lot. Bolt on Ragavan. Korean Bolt. Gut shot your Ragavan in response. Okay. I also miss Ethereal Forager. Like, shout out to the best Delve card of all time, Ethereal Forager. Tasigur is a fine EDH card? Okay. SF misses Gurmag Angler, yeah. And at the shop, a few people were thinking about the possibility of Renin 6 Dread Horde. Yeah, we've talked about this already so many times on stream, but like these cards coming back are these things that we want. Does anybody want this? Does anybody care? Would anybody be outraged if Dread Horde got unbanned? There are just so many directions that they could go with adjustments to the format, as I think where I'm going with this, and who the heck knows? Looks like a second daze, ouch. Second daze on the gut shot, in case anybody's not following, to protect Kaplan's Ragavan, which is going to get a hit in here if John's Ragavan dies. Justin, thank you for the raid. Welcome, everybody. We are here experiencing a blue-red Delver mirror. Peak Legacy. Peak Legacy. We have 6 rounds of Legacy after this in store, if a Delver mirror is not your thing. But glad to have everybody here. Falcon Eye, thanks for the follow. Welcome. If you're gonna watch some Legacy, eventually you run into a Delver mirror. It just happens, and some people love it, some people hate it. Actually, this also came up at the LGS. Delver mirrors. Another Delver mirror was happening, not the one we're watching right now. At some point, and I joked to the players when it was over, did you guys even have fun? And I was just being silly, but then we got into this whole conversation. Like, Delver mirrors are, according to most Delver players, they're super fun and super interesting. Delver's just a well-loved deck in the end. People like it. People want to play Delver. That doesn't mean it should be always the best deck by a mile, which it may or may not be now, but people like the deck. All right, so both players now without creatures. I'm pretty sure Dave's life total is a little bit lower, but I'm not able to keep up with it. A Little Nightcap says people who play Delver love interactive games, and Delver mirrors generally are, if not wasted out. Yeah. I mean, recently I've been playing decks that are not Delver. And occasionally you run into matchups that are just like so one-sided and not interactive, and it's just not very fun. And that rarely happens with Delver, which is, I think, the reason why a lot of people, including myself, like the deck. Lays likes the old Delver rug mirrors. Yeah. Brainstorming here is Kaplan. True Chains likes uninteractive Magic. That's true. True Chains known for playing Reanimator. Wow, we are 1 follower away from 2,000 followers on this Twitch channel. 1 follower away. And for Raiders that joined us as well, we will be having some raffles later. The Crew Fix, thanks for the follow. I guess we got there. Unless somebody unfollowed. Joda, thanks for the follow. I'm pretty sure we got there now. Thank you, thank you. It is a milestone. Thank you, everybody. $2,000 followers. Maybe we'll do a raffle next round. How does that sound? All right, Kaplan tapping 2 here. Murktide. All right. Murktide. I assume it's going to be an 8-8. Nope, doesn't have enough. So it's going to be a 7-7. I believe John is at 9. I've been keeping up as much as I can. Is it a milestone or a millstone? Actually, yeah, I think it's a millstone because I'm slowly falling apart. I don't know. The biggest sin of Murktide was pushing Snapcaster out. Yeah, Snapcaster was kind of like out even way before Modern Horizons 2, wasn't it? It's been out for a while. Pyroblast on Murktide. All right, it worked. Meekstone, yeah. Meekstone's... I've seen Meekstone pop up here and there. People are trying it. Caracas for Kaplan. That'll be good against monkeys. Expressive Iteration. Expressive Iteration, not to start open up a whole other conversation about bans, but Expressive Iteration is another one that is on is on some people's list for cards they'd like to they're thinking would be good to chop from the format. I saw a tweet, I don't remember by who, that was saying Expressive Iteration is better than Dig Through Time. I don't even know if this was a person that anybody's ever heard of, but some people are considering it. Some people think Expressive Iteration is too strong. All right, here's a Ragavan. And it's getting bolted. Ah, we use the Caracas. Well, could have used the treasure to protect Ragavan, but yeah, I guess that didn't really work out. Wasteland. I think you fire that off. Yeah. Might as well. Tapping for blue and fetching in response. Okay. Mechanic. A stifle here? Oh no, okay. Just using okay. Just using the Volk that was gonna die to brainstorm. I guess he knew the car's on top, so he fetched. Not sure though.
Too late to activate turn.
This is skip your draw step.
Yeah, I'm locked also.
More than just.
Yeah, no, but that's the relevant line of text to me.
God.
Wish I had a deck fading to just make it do it.
I'm gonna cast this for
There are
you.
blue-red builds,
Using,
too.
blue and treasure.
I think it's kind of dumb, just like Delver with this stuff in it.
Okay.
You know, get results.
Good games.
The green builds are the ones that freak me out. You play with Allosaurus Shepherd,
Sure.
so you
Yeah,
can cast
Wizard's
it
kind of
by
a little bit.
making it all green.
Attack your card.
So you can natural order for
Yeah,
Ragavan on
Ragavan
green,
is really
because
good.
Iron is green.
The
and you
Storm
can-
Tracer.
God.
actually
Oh my
really
goodness.
effective way to-
Wow.
It's kind of cute,
smaller.
but this is too
I
small.
know the instinct is to push damage.
That's it.
And if you don't have a pink,
It
you can
doesn't.
fire it.
It doesn't trade. Like it has three toughness, so I'm not sure.
It's really good with
So
endurance,
I'm not likely to swing into it.
because you can pitch a land to it.
So that's a pretty. Like game one, you swung in when it had haste.
I know
Go
somebody
ahead.
who plays mono
You have the
deck,
right
so they can
Cards in
play
at 4?
Pander
Yeah.
and
Go ahead.
Pander,
And
and same deck with everybody else.
And then when you didn't block your Delver, I mean, I understand I want to.
Good.
It's just cool that it's played in mono color.
Tap card.
Ragman will just run away
Trigger.
with games.
John jumping ahead a bit.
This is delirious.
Or just something just makes it really good in general.
I have creature instant, land,
maybe
and
come
He's
artifact.
Not
definitely
before Ragavan.
just because of like modern horizons too, which just shifted things.
And I'm
so
at 9, so. Oh, minus card and get put in the middle.
There are so many busted cards in the format, and when there's like a new
Good.
busted card like Saga, I think people are like, oh man, but like at that point you gotta be
Play
like,
it.
No, not yet.
Delver's not flipping. Wasteland on Caracas, and let's see if we see a dash Ragavan.
like,
Oh,
Provably
you attacked
doesn't
already.
play
Yeah, I
any-
attacked already. Yeah.
Like,
I know, there's a lot to keep track of. Go ahead.
Delver decks are terrible.
Sure.
They have, like, the worst
Yeah.
mana
it's just
in
a
it.
blue.
You hear me in the background. Attacking for 6. Power Blast on unflip Delver. Takes 3, goes to 9.
You have any other?
Wow.
I have treasure.
Guess you can do it. Yeah. I don't see any reason why not.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
if
Painter
you don't
Mirror
like
is
Ragman,
what's
I would
insane.
definitely
And-
consider playing, DLC.
Whoever plays the first painter like immediately loses. The other person always has
Card.
Stupid.
It.
We can. I told you. We can.
From somebody's
do that.
Which is already pretty good.
Wow. Actually, you're locked out now.
Let me see if I can think.
Sorry.
It's a 3 fly, but it has to attack.
Thanks.
So, I mean, especially if you're playing it with
Yeah.
just like, it's an easy way to fill the yard.
I'm not really sure what just happened. I guess John had a treasure. Oh, John had a treasure that was represented by a die, but Dave didn't see it, so he just let him back that up, I think is what happened. I don't think the exiled fetch went to hand. I think he just put it underneath his graveyard.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's alright.
I said I had a treasure, and then I went to go. I just didn't think it mattered.
Okay. Yeah. John gets that one.